Hey YouTube, this is Kentucky Wildcat Fan 78. With Halloween being tomorrow, here are some last minute decorating tips, you could call it. First, if you're going to carve a pumpkin today or early tomorrow, for tomorrow night, whatever you do not have it where kids' costumes can catch on fire. So you can either do one of two options. Either put the top of the pumpkin on if you put a candle in it, or kind of set it off to the side. Or if you still want the candle effect without the candle itself, you can go to Walmart, maybe Target, Spirit Halloween, any of those stores, and they will have candles, usually in a set of 4, 6, and so forth, and you can have that sort of effect, which reminds me. Now, next thing. Fog. Now, it's great to have fog. Trust me, I have 2 machines. But some kids cannot breathe that in because of asthma and other sort of symptoms like that. And if you have strobe lights in use, like for the light up, tombstones and so forth, it may be best to make a sign and light that up with just a regular light. That says like caution, fog and strobe light in use. Or if you have actors too that wear leather masks, and say and latex masks are being used. That just kind of gets the people in a sense of, okay, there's fog in here, there's strobe lights in here, and they're wearing latex masks. Because there are some people who cannot, I guess, touch latex masks without having an issue. I know it's the same way with fog. They can't breathe that in. Somebody I know grandkids used to. Now if they still do, I don't know. Couldn't breathe in fog, so that's why I had to move a fog machine around. And somebody I know now, I don't know if she has that under control or not, but used to, like, she couldn't go into haunted houses and stuff because of the strobe lights. But next thing is cords. Now, trying to stake down cords is tough. So, the best thing to do is kind of use, like, maybe stakes you can pick up in the gardening section of, like, Walmart and stuff. I forget what they're called. It's a stake down fabric to prevent weeds. Or anything like that. Now, the last thing is this, and this is one that's, it's not important, but this is kind of helpful. If you put out any expensive decorations, like life-size figures, or something like that, or something antique, or something, something along that line, and you put it out where, in the weather, like rain, snow, wind, whatever, make sure you know what the weather is before you put it out. Like, I have learned with my creepy caretaker that he is an expensive item. So that's why I've not been able to put them out for the past couple of years because of the weather. I could have last year, but the weather was kind of iffy at the time, so I just decided not to. But like, don't put stuff like that out if you don't want it destroyed. Now, this is something that I don't know if they do it or not. So if they don't, just ignore this. But sometimes, like, some people give out sodas for Halloween, which is fine. But if there's a person drinking an adult beverage on the porch of a house and they offer another adult one, kind of be careful with that, especially if it's not been opened. Like if it's a can, that's fine. You can just maybe say thanks, I'll drink it later, or something like that. Or you can just choose and say like, no thanks. I don't know if they do that or not, so if they don't, just ignore that part. Last thing, well, second to last, is if you have some decorations or music or something along that line that may scare little kids, do not put that decoration out when little kids start, or don't play that music or whatever till the older kids start coming around. It's up to you, but that's my suggestion, because in my neighborhood we have a lot of small kids that come around, especially once trick-or-treating really gets started around like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So that's why I can't really play like really scary music. I would like to, but I just choose not to because of the little kids. And technically I could later, but by the time that I would start all that, it'd be wrapping up. So that's one thing. The other thing too is, if you have your yard full of stuff that you don't want kids either touching or tripping over or something along that line, kind of block the yard off and just like have a sign that says like, please do not come in here, or do not enter, or something like that. Kind of make it Halloweenish. But don't like, because that's one of the main reasons why I can't have kids in my backyard to look at the stuff in the back, because of the inflatable tethers and stuff like that, plus the cemetery and the lighting and the electrical nightmare and that. But other than that, have a safe Halloween and be careful.